before you were a fighter, you were a bouncer.
Yeah, I bounced as a bartender most of the time, but I broke up most of the fights too in the bar. But it was a little easier from behind the bar actually because you could see people. You could see it happening. Bill, you get it before it starts.
So you jump over the bar?
Or I throw ice at him. I just throw ice at him. Hey!
Is that how you got the name the Iceman?
No, I mean, it's not be funny. But I with the ice, I'm like, hey, guys,
superpower.
Hey, you go that way. You go that way. Leave each other alone.
That's funny though. I picture you bartending. Security's like, Chuck, can you help us, please?
My buddy Chris Pontius told me to ask you about fighting with like a bunch of Navy SEALs.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago. People ask that all the time. I mean, for me, I wasn't involved in most of it. The first time they came in, all the guys that trained with me that normally working at that bar were in Hawaii with us, because we all went to Hawaii for our whole fight team went. And Gam McGee was still there, who's 6'10", almost 300 pounds, and he fought for a UFC world title at one point. But he was involved in it. He got cut. I got cut over his eye. He got a cut somewhere on his face, I think. And then a couple of his buddies really pissed off, and everyone was mad about it. And then they showed up again 2 weeks later, and so the guys got back at him. When I showed up, they had one of my buddies had a guy pinned. The only thing I did was I ran over. Hey, and this guy was hitting my buddy when he had the guy started hitting my buddy that had him pinned. I ran over and just head snapped the guy, bounced his face off the ground.
So what does head snap?
Yeah, what is that?
Just grab his head, and just move back and pull his head down. And slapped his head off. His head went off the ground. He went out. It was cut open his head, I think.
That seems a little bit out of character for you. I think that you strike me as more of a put him in a like choke him out and then lay him down nice and soft.
Just like that was the next guy.
Typically that would I don't. But once it goes to throwing punches, I don't do that. I did that one time in college and got kicked in the face while I was doing it. Never again. So once a bunch of people are throwing punches, I try to keep my hands free. So I snap them. That's quick.
Okay,
gotcha. But it gets them off. It keeps them quick. It gets it over and it's quick. Yeah, I don't know.
Hawaii or San Luis Obispo?
San Luis Obispo.
You went to SLO?
I went to SLO, yeah. I lived up there for 20 years. My whole fight career.
Yeah.
So, people ask me about that. I had a guy, an ex-SEAL, or maybe he's still a SEAL, but asked me if I was mad at him. And I'm like, no. Like, it was a bar fight. It happened. It happens. Shit happens. I mean, it's whatever. Like,
right.
For what? Like, it was just,
I think Pontius asked about that, or told me to ask about that, because Pontius is from San Luis Obispo.
Oh, yeah.
So I think
it's like a local legend.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah.
America. If you thought Jackass Forever was crazy, oh boy, do I have a show for you. It's a multimedia comedy show called The Bucket List Tour. And the stuff I filmed for this show is way too hot for Jackass. Like the General Anesthesia bike ride, the vasectomy Olympics, and skyjacking. The footage is so intense, we have full-grown men passing out at almost every city this bus goes to. So if you think you can handle it, get your tickets right now at stevo.com. Yeah.